Okay, and the continuations of the lecture number 4 and in the previous lectures, we measure the range and the mid-range to measure or to assess the variability in the data set. Now the third methods to measure the variability and measure the variability in the data is the variance and standard deviation. To measure the variance and standard deviation, we have the formula for that. For the variance, we have the formula S square sum of the xi minus x bar whole square divided by n minus 1. This is the formula for measurement of the variance of the sample. Now the standard deviation, this is a short form for the standard deviation SP. The standard deviation we will go to remove the s square and we will go to put the square root on the formula xi minus x bar whole square divided n minus 1. This is the formula for the measurement, for the calculation of the standard deviation of the sample. Now we can also measure the variance and the standard deviation for the populations. So sigma square, the formula is same, sum of the xi minus, we will write down x bar is the sample mean, the population mean is called the mu, the whole square divided by capital N. We will not go to write down the n minus 1. N minus 1 we will go to write down in the sample size in the sample calculations. Now in the same one, we will go to remove the square on the sigma square. Then we will put the square root on the same formula which is written here xi minus mu whole square divided by n. So this formula is for the calculation of the variance and standard deviation of the population, and the both above one is for the calculation of the variance and standard deviation of the sample. Now we have the data set over here. The age of the 10 patients which is visited a certain clinic. So the data of the age of the 10 patient is written over here. Now we will go to measure the variance and the standard deviation among this data, between this data by using this formula. Now for the calculation to calculate this formula, we can calculate directly in this formula by this method. But here I solve this problem by a table which is I write down over here for you all. It is the easiest way to measure solve this numerical of the variance and standard deviation by the instead of the putting in the directly in the formula. Now this is the xi. In xi we will go to write down the data set. The first x1 is 34 and second one is 36, 38, 40, 42 and 44, 46, 48, 50 and 52. This is the sum of the xi. Now I will go to measure the first one for the sum of the xi. The sum of the xi is 430. The sum of this The sum of the xi is 430. Why we sum up this data set? Because for the in the formula it is written over here, sum of the xi minus x bar whole square divided by n minus 1. So it means from every xi we will go to minus the x bar, means sample mean. Now here the data is given of the 10 patient, the age, but the mean is not given here. So for the mean, formula for the calculation of the mean is x bar sum of the xi minus n divided by n. So for the calculation of the mean, so that's why we will go to sum up the xi. So the nominator of the formula for the calculation of the xi is the sum of the xi. The sum of the xi is 430 and total n is 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The total frequency the total data is 10. So how much it become? 43. Now the xi is 43. Okay. Now we solve up around the 10% of our of this numerical. Now in the second column I have written here the xi minus x bar. It means from every x value we will go to minus the x bar, the sample mean. Now 34 minus xi, how much is, we calculated 43. Okay, and 36 minus 43, 38 minus 43, 40 minus 43, okay, 42 minus 43, and 44 minus 43, and 46 minus 43, and 48 minus 43, xi 50 minus 43, and 52 minus 43. If we calculate it, it becomes if it goes to minus the 51, 43, 43 minus 37, 34 is 9. It come up with the minus 9. We will when we minus the 43 from 34, it's come up with the minus 9. And when we minus the 36 from 43, it's come up with the minus 7. And when we minus the 43 minus 38 is minus 5, and for 40 minus 43 is minus 3, and 42 minus 43 is minus 1, and 40 minus 42 is plus 1. Okay, and 46 minus 43 is again the 43 plus 3 and plus 5, and 50 plus is plus 7 and 9. In the xi minus x bar, if you will go to minus and plus, if you will divide it or if the minus it's become a 0. So now it is, we solve the second column. Now in the third column, the formula, the denominator of this formula, what is written over here, the sum of the xi minus x bar is whole square. Now what is we calculated over here till now? Xi minus x bar. So we come up with for the first data set, it's a minus 9. Minus 9, we will do the whole square. What is this formula is said? Xi minus x bar whole square. It means what is we calculated this minus 9, it is come up the xi minus x bar, we will do the whole square. We will do the whole square to each xi minus x bar. Now minus 7 whole square, minus 5 whole square, minus 3 whole square, and minus 1 whole square, 1 whole square, 3 whole square, 5 will do the whole square, 7 whole square, and 9 once again whole square. Now you know if we multiply the minus with minus, it become a plus. So 9 we will do the whole square of the 9 is become a 81, and 7 we multiply 7 with 7, which is a 49. 5 multiplied by 5 is 25. 3 9. 1 multiplied is come up with 1. Now again is 1. 3 multiplied by 3 is 9. 5 multiplied by 5 is 25. 7 is 9 is 7 multiplied by 7 is 49, and 9 multiplied by 9 is 81. Now in the first, now here we solve which is the complex part of this formula. The complex part, which is the hard and the complex part of this formula, is the sum of the xi, the numerator part of this formula, sum of the xi minus x bar whole square. Now here what we will do it, sum of the xi minus x bar whole square. We calculated here xi x bar whole square of the each data set. Now we will sum up the xi minus x bar the whole square of the whole data. It will come up with the around 330. If you will sum up the xi x bar of the each data set, it will come up with the sum of the xi x bar whole square is 330. Now we have in the formula where it is written here, now we solve this part of which is the toughest part, the complex part of the formula, the numerator of this formula, sum of the xi minus x bar the whole square. We come up with what is the value for the sum of the xi x bar whole square is 330. So we will put here 330. Now what is this numerator for in this formula is n minus 1. What is the n? We have the total n is the 10. 10 minus 1. So 330 divided by 9. So if you will divide the 330 by the 9, it will come up with the 36.66. 36 point, if you divide the 330 by the 9, it will come up 336.66. So 36.33 is the S square standard, or is the variance of this data set. Now the second part of the third for the measurement of the variability of the data, we measure the variance. Now the second one is called the standard deviation. For the standard deviation, which is I told you earlier, the formula is same. just like the we calculated the variance. Just in the standard deviation or C in the formula, we remove the square and put the square root on the same formula. Now, in the standard deviation, what was the sum of the xi minus x bar whole square is 330, and n was 10 plus 1 and the whole square. Now, what was the, we calculated 330 by 9, we come up with the 360.3. We will go to measure the, we will go to calculate or measure the square root of the 36.66. It will be 36 is a 6, around 6.05 is the standard deviation of this formula. Okay, so to measure the variance, to measure the variability of the data set, the third method is called the variance and the standard deviation. By the standard deviation and variance, I told you earlier, for the sample, here is the formula over here. S square is equal to sum of the xi minus x bar whole square divided n minus 1. And for the standard deviation, the formula is similar. Just we remove the square on the s and we will put the square root on the formula. Then we can, if you measured, once you measure the variance of the data set, then the calculate the standard deviation is very easy. Just to whatever you calculated the variance of the data, just to calculate or measure the square root of that variance which is you have calculated, it will give the standard deviation of that data. So this formula is for the to measure the variance and standard deviation of this of the sample, and this formula is for the population to measure the variance and standard deviation of the population. The formula is same. The formula is same. Just only here in the denominator where it is written n minus 1, we will write down the capital N. So from the today's sessions in the lecture number 4, part C, we learned the measure the variability or the variance or the differences which is present in the data set. We have the 4 method to measure the variability of the data by the range, mid-range, variance, standard deviation, and the 4th method is coefficient variance. In the first part of the lecture, we learn about how to calculate the range and the mid-range of the data. And in the second part of the today lecture, we measure the variance and the standard deviation through this formula. I hope it is clear the concept about the measurement of the variability of the data through the different methods. Tomorrow we'll go to measure the coefficient variation of the data set. So I request you all that watch my video lecture very properly of the biostats. It will enhance the knowledge and the grip to solve the statics, to clear the concept or clear the concept of the biostats, and it will give the proficient you and grip on the statics and how to solve the numericals and the questions of the biostats by using the different type of the through the different type of the formulas or different type of the applying of the test or the test formulas. So in the last, once again, if you are watching my video lecture, I request you all press the bell button, because as soon as I uploaded my new lecture, you will get to you will be aware about that and you can watch it. And I request you all subscribe my YouTube channel, and also request you I request you once again just to communicate your friends, friend circles, classmate, colleague, and if you are the teacher in any medical college or in the any allied health sciences college or in the nursing colleges, please communicate your students to subscribe my YouTube channel and watch my video lecture. It is very learning session of the biostats and clear the concept about the biostats. Thank you so much.